Hello everyone and welcome to the Horror Snob. My name is Michael James. I am the Horror Snob and I'm here with 3 more new movies we're going to preview today. Some really interesting looking titles that aren't Spiral, The Conjuring, Army of the Dead. They're not the big name titles, the box office, big budget films that you know so much about. You're already familiar with those. I'd rather focus on the things you might not be aware of, like the Djinn, Sound of Violence, and Séance. That's our trio for today. And I want to get right into it, so let's dive headfirst into number 1 on the list, The Djinn. Written and directed by David Charbonnet and Justin Powell and starring Ezra Dewey. This trio of people actually worked on 2 movies together. The first one, of course, being The Djinn, coming out tomorrow on the 14th, with their second movie, The Boy Behind the Door, being released to Shudder late July on the 29th. For me, that's an important thing to note, because it means that there's a quality relationship there on screen and behind. They work well enough together on one film that they did it again for a second. That usually means for us as viewers, the film itself, the movie we're going to watch, is going to be quality as well. An IFC Midnight movie, the fact that that logo is on screen for this film gives me even greater confidence in it. But more than anything, what really has me is the level of acting that I'm seeing in just the snippets of the trailer in Ezra Dewey as the lead. So often in horror films, young child actors are way over the top, overly dramatic, or they're just so damn adult-like that it is unbelievable. To relate to a character like that in a movie, we have to be able to see ourselves in them. And I honestly believe Ezra Dewey had enough awareness in himself to provide a natural, more realistic character, someone we as an audience can relate to. Check out The Djinn, available tomorrow on May 14th, video on demand. And number 2, it's Séance. Written and directed by Simon Barrett and starring Suki Waterhouse and Ella Ray Smith. This one's about a private school, an all-girls private school, a collection of girls within that school that decide to, lo and behold, have a fucking seance. Because, you know, they always end so well. To no surprise at all, things go horribly wrong and people start ending up dead. It's the kind of thing we have seen and heard before, and it's not going to be a movie that's going to be real unique as far as that goes. A movie that reminds me of something like Sorority Row, mixed in with just about any horror movie that involves teenagers doing dumb shit, calling upon their own demise. Take your pick. Ouija, Oculus, Slender Man, My Soul to Take. I mean, there's hundreds, if not thousands of these out there. What does make this movie stand out a little bit, though, and I know I sound like I've been bashing on it up to this point, but stick with me. What does make it stand out to me is twofold. One, the people involved in the film. Simon Barrett, a dude who's got a lot of solid history in horror from things like Blair Witch, VHS 2, and You're Next. All high quality scares as far as I'm concerned. The second being the feel of the film. There's a sense that there's more to this thing than what I broke it down to comparing it to shit like Sorority Row or My Soul to Take. This really feels more like something like The Black Coat's Daughter. This movie will be more than what's just on the surface. So I'm really intrigued to see what kind of depth there is to this movie. If I'm right, this could end up being a high quality movie for us, and that's always a huge win. You'll find it available, again, on Shudder, coming out on May 21st. Hey gang, before we finish up today's episode, just a quick reminder to check out the website, horrorsnob.com. You can find a full archive of everything I've put out thus far, some truly awesome novelty items, and absolutely rare horror memorabilia authentically autographed by dudes like Sid Haig, John Carpenter, and Bela Lugosi. All available for you at horrorsnob.com. And now let's get back into it. And lastly today, it's Sound of Violence, a movie I'm really eager about because this trailer, I'm telling you, it looks vicious. There are scenes to this that look like they are going to be a hell of a trip with some really gruesome shit. The whole premise, if you're unaware, it stars Jasmine Savoy Brown as a young girl who sees sound. And there must be some sort of euphoric high to the whole thing where she is starting to get an addiction to the sounds she sees when people are in pain and dying. And this thing's going to get more and more gruesome as we go along. A lot of fun, something different. I love different. and I'm really, really eager about it. Check it out on the 21st, video on demand. I don't think it'll disappoint. All right, that's it for me today. As always, I invite you to take a moment, hit that subscribe button and the bell, stay up to date with all my reviews, previews, trailers, rankings, everything I pump out on a regular basis, and hit me up across the board on all your favorite social media platforms. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much anywhere you can think of, and I'm always putting out stuff there you never even know about here. If you're interested in more info on any of these movies, or if you just want to see the full trailers as they originally were, you can find those on my YouTube channel as well in my Torturous Teasers section. Just follow the link down below to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/horrorsnob and find everything you need there. As always, my name's Michael James. I am the Horror Snob. I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.